Hey guys, I'm here with another video in my planner lineup series. This video today is going to be like my spiritual planners. This one, my husband and I are youth leaders at our church, so I keep all my youth group information in here as well as any church events that are going on, and my journal is in this one. And then this one is kind of like for my devotions. I have my prayer journal in here, just a whole bunch of stuff. So I'll go ahead and get started. First, we're going to start off with this guy here. This is the Happy Planner. This is the medium size or the normal size, because this comes in the large size, and now actually I have it right here, the mini size. I showed this in a previous video of what I keep in here, but there's just a size comparison for you if you're thinking about which size to get. So in this planner, and by the way, this is just the hard covers that you can buy. I've seen them at Michael's. I'm not sure if you can get them anywhere else, but I really like having a hard cover because it's just really sturdy for me. So first off, obviously you have your year on one page, and then at the beginning of each month it has this currently this month section, which I do not use. I do use that in my mini planner, but I don't use it for this planner. And this is what a month on two page looks like. I did for this month. I was trying to read a couple verses of each of these chapters, so I wrote them down for each day that I could do in my devotions, and it worked out. Some days I missed, but I was able to catch up as the months went on. And then what I use for my week on two pages, just my prayer journal. So as you can see, I'm not really consistent. I did just start journaling, so it's still kind of in the process, what I want to journal and how many times a week I'd like to journal. So that's kind of that. And then I kind of changed over to events that were going on for youth group, and any special meetings that we had, and classes that we take at the church. So I started keeping all that information in my monthlies, and then again with the journaling. So that's what I do for my monthlies and my weeklies. And then I do have 3 tabs here at the top. Well, I keep this paper clip on the current page that I have for my journaling, but in my first tab it just says priority. And in this tab, I just keep information about my kids in the youth group. And this is our church's mission statement, so I just like to keep that here so I can constantly be in review. I can't really go into too much information about any of this because of just don't want to give out too much information, but I will talk about this. Something that has helped in the youth group is like with kids bringing friends, or remembering to bring their Bibles, or just memorizing verses. We have a point system where if you bring a friend, if you bring your Bible, if you can memorize the verse that was given out the week before, and if you can tell us what the pastor had talked about during the morning service, then, because we do have youth group Sunday nights, but if you can talk about what the pastor discussed that morning, then you can get 4 points. And you can get, the lowest is 4 points, but if you bring multiple friends, then you get more points. So I just keep track of their points on this Filofax grid paper, and this will go through till the end of June, and then whoever has the most points will get fully paid for to go to summer camp this summer. So if you guys are looking for an initiative for your kids to memorize verses, or whatever. This is a great way to try to do that. So yeah, and then in this don't forget tab, I just keep any prayer requests that the kids have, anything that might come up that they might need prayer for. That way I can look back at this daily or weekly and just see what the kids need and pray for them weekly. And then this last tab here is, because I bring this to church, I keep notes for the pastor's sermon. So I keep all my sermon notes in here. I have some grid paper and lined paper in there. So that's kind of what I keep in this planner. And then the second part to my spiritual planners is this Filofax personal. This is the Filofax Domino in Patent Nude. And I will have to say, this is probably one of my favorite planners I've ever bought. I love the Patent Nudes. I love Filofax. I've never had any problems with the rings or the planner falling apart. I do have multiple planners from Filofax. I also have the A5 in the Patent Nude, and I love them. I think I did a review on the A5, but not from the personal. So anyway, right here in the first tab, I have my gratitude journal, and I got these inserts from Michael's, and they're just little booklets of inserts that you can put in your personal size planner, and it just has a place for your top, let me get a blank one for you, a top 3 things that you're grateful for. You can put the date, and then in any daily affirmations that you might have. So I have a few of those, and then I go right into this section is for my devotions. So whatever devotion I'm reading at the time, I like to put a thought about what I'm reading, how I can apply it to my life, and any scriptures that stood out for me. And then the next tab is, I just have a little place for quotes here. I had some church sermon notes, and really this is kind of for, I'm trying to read through the Bible, and right now I'm at Exodus chapter 25. As I read each chapter, this is kind of for any notes that I might have from the Bible, my chapters that I'm reading for each day. So that's that section. And then lastly, I have my prayer journal. I have 7 dividers for each day of the week. And in my first tab is my husband. So any prayer requests that my husband might have, or that I'm praying for him, I will keep in that section. And then I also have, I have the prayer requests, and then I also have the praises. So once a prayer request is answered, then I will put it here in the praises. That way at the end of the year I can look back and see how God has truly worked in many people's lives, including my own. So on Tuesdays, I pray for my family. On Wednesdays, I pray for my husband's family. Wednesdays, any relatives. Thursdays, church. Fridays, friends. Saturday, Saturday is me. And then Sunday, I just kind of pray for everything. So I go back through and pray. Obviously, if there's a prayer request like in church and it's Monday, obviously I can pray for that, but this kind of just helps me stay on track and keep track of what people have asked for prayer and that sort of thing. So anyways, that is my 2 planners for my spiritual planners. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.